Check. Are we ready?
Jesus, DDT. You're in a rush, eh?
I am.
Little uptight today? What's going on?
We got to get to the rink, guys.
Did you have too many coffees?
No, I didn't even have a sip of this one yet. Thanks to Duff.
Can we go? Can we go?
Can caffeine bring you down? I don't know.
No.
Maybe you should have
I don't think
shot of bourbon.
Little red.
Yeah, no, I got
here.
I got to get to the rink, fellas.
How are you getting there? Maybe JB.
You're
maybe a
uptight.
ride back.
No, I got to. No, I can drive me home first.
Yeah, my grocery store is that way though.
Oh, I'm coming grocery shopping with you.
You're just feeling like you're out of control right now, right? You got to be at the rink, and you're like, I shouldn't be here.
Yeah, you're stressed, man. This is not going to be you as usual.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah. So what do we got for today?
Are we doing like an extra long one? Or are we trying to hit the 60 minutes today?
Come on, I keep asking. What do we have?
I got SAP season in Lanark after you guys ditched me last weekend. Some March Madness chatter. Can MNT. What's that hashtag?
Men's national team.
Yeah. Isn't that wicked? We could talk a little soccer. I got a recipe of the week that we always never get to.
We don't have any picks?
Oh, I got a pick too.
Oh, because we should follow up on last week's
I got a pick.
Special guest we had on.
Okay.
Do you have a Lanark pick or a regular pick?
Just a Duff's pick. It's not even a movie.
I got a Lanark pick.
Well, we should... JB, we got to follow up on Mr. Hollywood.
I think we need to talk about Mr.
Quickly.
Hollywood, and I think we need to talk about the slap.
The what?
The slap.
Oh, God.
Oh, the slap. Yes, exactly.
I'm interested on what you guys think about all that, but we'll talk about that.
Are we ready?
Talk about that.
Are we ready?
And then, if we have time, we needed to loop back on Duff's hiking trip.
I'm saying if we're ready.
And
we keep going.
And
not ready.
Duff
hiking
falling
trip,
into a pile of crap in Costa Rica.
Oh, yeah.
That was a long time ago. We never talked about that?
No.
All right. Things we should talk about, but don't.
Don't.
Do we have
Exactly.
time? Are you going to calm down now, DD?
Yeah, as long as we get going. So let's
go.
get
going.
Warning, this podcast will be an injurious waste of your time. Warning, this podcast will be an injurious waste of your time.
Yeah, good morning. I'll take a medium with 2 sugar and a medium regular, please.
Good morning, my favorite fringe minority buddies. How are things?
Thanks for the coffee.
You're welcome.
Duff.
Yeah, thank you for the coffee.
That's
I'm
2
late
days in a
today.
row now. I feel bad.
2 days in a row.
Yeah.
2 days in a row, you've been late as well.
Late?
Yeah.
Yesterday I was late, but today
I was
ready.
I
You
was
were
1
late.
minute late and waiting.
No,
you should have been
I
in the
was
driveway.
watching. Oh, okay.
Especially when you're getting picked up.
Yeah.
Maybe I will take you grocery shopping now.
We'll have to pick up my daughter at the rink afterwards.
Text your wife, see if she needs anything.
Oh, God. Don't get me started on that. I had to go yesterday and buy a number of things that she forgot. And then they even tell me about one other thing. I'm like, oh, this is empty.
All this in addition to the good food deliveries.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot, eh? A lot of dough you guys are spending.
Oh, it's crazy.
Like you're supposed to do less shopping if you're getting the good food.
No, it's only well, I think we are, but I think it's because she forgets things. Like I told you guys how she does it, right? And you remember that episode?
Yes, she makes a list and
doesn't
bring it.
Yeah, so inevitably she forgets something, which she does. Yesterday, I had to go back out, buy the skim milk.
See, we use an online list called Flip.
Yeah, you mentioned that before.
We enter everything in there, and then every Saturday or Sunday, I go through the list, and then she goes through the list, and then we kind of determine what we need to buy.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
And then that way it's like
Probably
like
is.
I have like all the vegetables listed, all the the meats or whatever, and then I just tick off what we need.
Yeah, I got to do that because then who ends up going back to the store to buy these things?
Yeah.
Yours truly.
And then, if there's canned goods, we'll kind of check those off, and she'll just wait for, we'll try to check it off ahead of time, because I know, okay, well, I'm running out of diced tomatoes, and then she'll just check sales, because she's a,
Oh, we want to get into
we
that.
don't wanna get into that.
All about the price matching.
Oh, God. I'm glad I'm not behind her in line. Anyway, I guess I should apologize.
Yeah.
That was a slow start.
No.
No, was it?
No, it was like an awkward start. You're like uptight.
It was
You don't want to be here, and we can feel it.
I'm like Duff last week.
It's
Don't
hurting
wanna
our
be here.
feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we leveraged it well because you're in such a rush. It's like we're trying to forcefully slow you down,
I'm not really in a
and then
rush.
it's turning out like this.
Everything was so nice last weekend, just you and I. It was mellow,
yeah.
and you're all stressed out because Duff is back
Yeah,
now.
don't be stressed. Don't be stressed, DDT.
Yeah, it'll be okay.
It'll be okay. Thanks, guys.
Have a sip of your coffee.
I
there.
should. I'll apologize anyway. I apologize for my rushness and the
Okay.
outcome of this podcast,
All right.
which will be an injurious waste of time.
No more rushing.
Yeah, so we should get into. We should probably start with
Sap season. Yeah.
sap season. The reason why you missed last week.
I hope you explained why I
50th
wasn't
episode.
here.
Did you not listen
But
to the
just think-
episode?
No.
You got to go back and listen to the episode. How
I don't have
rude.
time for that.
We all listen. We have to listen to your stuff
Yeah,
I
afterwards.
don't need my injurious voice. I listened to a bit this morning. DDT made me put it on here in the F-150 studio.
That's right.
Live from Spotify, episode 24. You guys are calling it 50 for some reason.
50th.
That's a big difference,
Episode.
24 to 50, but whatever.
I kept calling it 50th anniversary,
Yeah.
but it's not. It's not. It's the 50th
Not
episode.
really.
50th episode, yeah.
Yeah, what's the anniversary of it?
I don't know.
Yeah, you got confused.
I was
eh?
confused.
We did explain to the good listener why you were away.
Good.
And we explained maple syrup. We explained
That you
what
won-
happens
that you
at the
won
sugar
the
shack.
tickets.
Yes.
You won the.
My apology would be this. I left it to the very last second.
Yes.
That darn trip.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got lucky. My association had a bunch of, they call it wellness gifts for their employees.
Pancake.
And this was the
maple
second
syrup.
one I won, actually. If you think back, I bought
Yes.
$150 of Chinese food for my extended
That's right.
family like 2 months ago.
I remember that.
It's amazing. So anyways, I thought I'll never win again. I applied. Yeah, congratulations. $100 to spend at your local sugar shack. So I'm like, and then the fine print was must be spent by the end of March.
March 31st.
So I won it in late February, and I'm like, oh, there's lots of time. And then
Snuck
what
up on
happens?
you, eh?
The very last weekend, I'm like, damn, I still have this $100. So you're not gonna.
That's a lot of money. Yeah, you don't want to.
You could have gone on Saturday morning.
I don't know what happened. I
you
think
know-
there was something. Whatever happened, there was something Saturday.
We record podcasts Sunday morning.
Yeah, so the world does not revolve around this
most
podcast.
of the time.
I think my family, like we wanted to bring the whole family, and one of the little ones had a job or hockey or something. Anyways, Sunday was the day. I apologize. It would have been fun to
Mr.
almost
Hollywood was on.
combine it somehow. Yeah, I'm sure Hollywood did okay.
Oh,
We
Hollywood
could have
was
met
great.
you like in the parking lot of the Sugar
the
Shack,
Sugar
and
Shack
you could have
would have
brought
been
us like a
epic.
couple slices of bacon and stuff.
That would have been a
Definitely.
little far though to travel.
Where was it? Fulton?
Ferguson's Falls. It was called Temple Sugar Shack.
Oh, okay.
Very beautiful
I've
place.
it
never
good?
heard that one.
You know what? I mean, my evaluation of the whole experience was good. I personally, like the Prius, wouldn't buy it out of my own money, right? But if it's here you go, like, of course it's good. Like the meal actually cost $90 for 4 people.
Oh wow.
So you get,
Expensive.
and it's a very limited menu, and they do it because they're pumping people in and out of there.
What's on the menu? Pancakes?
So basically what you get is 3 pancakes with 2 sausages and a little bit of fruit. Okay?
Oh, okay.
For $17.
Wow.
Okay? And real maple syrup on the side.
It's not all you can eat.
It is not all new.
Wow.
It's an assembly line, man.
Yeah.
So when we got there, we waited maybe 15 minutes. When we left, the lineup was out the door and it was over an hour wait.
Wow. Wow.
So they can't get people in and out of there quick enough. So they can't have a menu where DDT would be, I'd like the bacon and maybe a scrambled
Yes.
egg.
Well,
no,
they're-
it's here you go,
Yeah.
here you go, here you go.
In their defense, their season is very short.
It is, yeah.
Like they have like 2 months of madness.
Oh, for sure. But in their offense, they were rolling in it. So family of 4, $90.
How many
and there
families
was,
of 4?
yeah, there were no couples in there. It was family. It was big family. It was like,
Kids screaming.
it was busy,
babies.
man. It was busy.
Babies don't even know.
Like it was strange. Like, and there was a couple beside us. I'm guessing a family, a couple and 2 kids. Like, and we're talking closer than we are right now.
Oh yeah.
And the woman was very uncomfortable with that. You
Oh.
could tell. She kept kind of grumbling about COVID and being so close to us.
Go eat
right?
outside. Go back to your car.
You don't go to a sugar shack expecting,
middle of sugar
COVID
season.
regulations to be voluntarily like brought in. When,
It is
like
always
you say,
it is always very, very close quarters.
it was
They
super
squish
close
people in
quarters.
there.
Could they
Yeah,
not
sure.
go eat in their car?
Well, no.
well, they can do whatever they want, I guess. But no, you sit and you eat at the table generally.
I understand that, but if she was worried about COVID, they could have taken their food back to the car
I can't get
or
inside.
outside or
Can't
something.
get inside that
Maybe.
lady's head.
Oh boy.
But the point is, so was it good? Yeah, it was good. But I mean, to take your own family up there and spend that kind of money for a breakfast, I mean, one of the people in line had it right when she joked about saying, "Let's just go to Harvey's." She was like, she was reading the menu. This lady was like evaluating everything. She's like, "We're gonna spend $100 for this. Let's just go to Harvey's."
But you don't get real maple syrup at Harvey's. You get like some corn syrup.
So it's beautiful,
little
yeah. But the
container.
price of the syrup, so they have a beautiful display of syrup, right? Everything from the little wee maple leaf shaped glass vials, like maybe 200 mils, like $4 for that.
Yeah.
Right up to, half liter. A liter is $22, and you could get 4 liters for like $80.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah. And they were selling stuff. People were walking out of there with jugs of syrup.
Yeah. Wow.
So, I mean, it sounds all fine and dandy, like they're making tons of money, but I mean, there's expenses. They had that beautiful building I'm sure they're still paying for, and they've got crews to, deal with the syrup and make it. And
Well, they can only make their money in basically 1 month.
yeah, exactly.
In a year,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
March.
But really, really neat. Like if
Right?
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's your whole season.
yeah. So if anyone's ever in the Lanark County area, maple sugar capital of Ontario,
Yes.
check out one of the many sugar shacks.
It's Canadian gold.
Canadian gold,
Worth more than
oil.
oil. The biggest heist in the history of Canada, $9
Was
million
maple syrup?
was maple syrup.
Ah,
I think
You
they
know about
found
that?
it.
that was back in the news
That's,
recently.
It was.
that's not that but because they found it, I think.
Yeah, but the guy,
$9 million worth of maple syrup stolen.
you know what though? The argument was the guy either the guy shouldn't be fined or the people that lost it should not be reimbursed by the amount of syrup that was stolen, but how much value it was worth to be sold. There was a huge difference in the numbers somehow,
Right.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Because right now at $22 a liter,
Yeah.
God, that's anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think but the estimate they put on it was $9 million.
$9 million worth of syrup.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is the biggest heist in Canadian history.
Wow, and it was maple
Or
syrup.
Not even from a bank.
Which
So
is
typical.
weird when
Not
you,
even-
when you
yeah.
think like we have a giant reserve of maple syrup.
Yeah. That's what we
Do we have a strategic reserve?
that's what
for
we
maple
pay
syrup?
people.
I think
Like
so.
some countries?
I think,
Yeah.
Like, you know how
so.
Biden says we're going to release 1 million barrels of oil?
Yeah.
Could you see your buddy, JT, going on and saying, folks, it's been a tough maple sugar spring.
We're going to release.
I officially release 1 million gallons of maple syrup
Yeah.
from the Shawinigan reserves.
That's how we pay internationally for things we import.
That's right.
We pay in maple syrup.
And maple sugar.
Yeah. It's our reserve currency.
Okay, that's
Most
awesome.
most countries hold gold.
Yeah, we hold maple,
maple
sugar.
syrup.
Yeah. I keep saying maple sugar. I don't know why.
Maple syrup.
syrup. Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
good stuff there, Duff. Good
As
story.
sweet as that was.
Yeah. So let's get on to Mr. Hollywood. Might
Yeah.
as well get onto the pick.
You guys fill me in and sum that
Yeah,
up, would ya?
because last week we had our special guest, the only guest we've ever
Yeah.
had on the program.
And he's been 3 times now.
3 times. It
Now,
was the
did
last
you guys did one of you gems go head to head against Mr. Hollywood in picks or anything
week.
like that?
We all picked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just step back for 2 seconds. So I just did a fact check.
Oh.
Fact check.
Fact check. Fact check.
So, welcome to the world's only maple syrup emergency reserve. It's run by the organization that governs Quebec's maple syrup producers who, for 21 years, have been stockpiling gallons of the so-called liquid gold in a small town called Laurierville, about 70 kilometers southwest of Quebec City.
Wow.
There you go.
A strategic reserve for maple syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm speechless. I totally said it in jest, and boom.
No, there you
Fact
go.
checker
But
digs it up.
But it's not by the government, right? It's run by
The association.
an association,
Yeah.
the Association of Maple Syrup Producers. Anyway, that's interesting.
Very.
But that's great, because let's say they have a miserable year and everybody's down huge.
Yeah, they have a
Then they maybe get
sort of a
access to that.
reserves.
Well, I wonder how that would work, right? Like the NHL
Yeah.
teams, for example, right? Like
Right.
the lesser teams get a little money, the better teams, like there's an average made out. I wonder
Like
if
an
it's the same thing.
equalization kind of
Yeah,
format.
if you join
Yeah.
this association, if you sort of, you're kind of covered in a way.
Yeah, that's what we
Interesting.
need for the podcast.
Yeah,
If I'm
a
gone,
reserve podcast.
like if I'm gone, some sort of balancing.
Just have like comments reserved,
Yeah.
like recorded, and then
Yeah.
you can just
Recorded
throw
comments.
in things. You're an idiot, DDT.
That's a good idea. Actually.
That would get repetitive. That
I
one.
like that. Yeah. Oh, that would get. Thanks. I got that.
So yeah, Mr. Hollywood was nice enough to come on last week, and then
Awesome.
we went through all the picks. And after watching the Oscars,
Yeah.
I think he was bang on. I think he got
think-
them all right.
I didn't go back. I should have went back and checked to see his picks, but I think he did. He was on his way to his.
got every pick right?
He was in the Uber on his way to his Scientology.
I think he got every single
brunch?
pick right.
Right. I remember his connection with Scientology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just making sure.
How he always
I
makes
asked,
fun of it, right?
Well, I asked how Tom was.
He's
Yeah.
going to meet Tom
The
Cruise.
reference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise. Anyway, yeah. So we did the picks. We all picked. I was.
You were all over the map.
I was. Yeah. I picked
You picked
Benedict
based on
Cumberbatch
what it
because I
sounded like.
Yeah, I liked his. I like his name.
And licorice pizza?
Yeah. Which I don't know. Did it even win any awards?
I don't think so.
Although my pick of Dune for Best Picture did not win Best Picture, but won 6 other.
Yeah, it won a whole bunch of awards
Yeah.
for special effects and
Looks
all that
real. That's
stuff.
the only one of all of them I would have anything to contribute on.
But I think Mr. Hollywood, he definitely picked.
Well, no, so Tammy Faye.
Oh yeah, sorry, I watched that one.
She won Best Actress
Right,
for Tammy Faye.
right. That was a good
Jessica
show.
Chastain.
Oh, I picked her.
And
That
you
was
won.
me.
Okay, you won
I
something.
don't think he picked. Did he pick Jet? No, he did. He agreed with me.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
the only reason
He
you
agreed
picked
with me.
her is because
Cool.
you think she's probably attractive.
She's very attractive. Yeah. No, but I liked her in that movie where she ran the
Oh yeah, you did mention
poker,
a movie. That's right.
the underground poker.
The underground poker
with,
for high
what's
rollers.
his name? Yes.
Yeah.
So
her in
obviously
that movie.
everybody's been talking about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock.
Well, he won the Best Actor award, which Mr. Hollywood picked.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so he.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch it?
No.
Did you go back and watch the video?
God, no.
Yes.
Okay. So he's
Yeah, Duff was coming out saying it was all fake.
he's sitting down.
I've spent a week just muting everyone on my feeds that have talked about the
Well,
slap.
I think now's the time to talk about it, though.
Oh, jeez, I'm gonna have to mute Cop Car Coffee
So
if I'm true to my words.
This is a wait.
Oh.
I'm gonna put in the warning here.
I could care less about this.
Yeah, the
slap,
warning.
I'll
Yeah.
be honest.
Injurious waste of time warning now.
Absolutely.
Warning, the next part of the podcast is a major injurious waste of your time. Warning, the next part of the podcast is a major injurious waste of your time.
Okay.
okay, so just imagine if you're like at a teachers award thing,
Yeah.
and you go up and you go,
I would never be at a
hey,
teacher
blah blah
award
blah, and then I don't know, like
Yeah.
one of your
Yeah.
coworkers kind of gets up and smacks you in the
Lozon.
face for a bad joke.
thing. Lozon slaps me.
And then goes and sits down,
Yeah.
and then like 20 minutes later, he gets like a Teacher of the Year award for
Yeah.
being so non-violent with the children or something, right?
I think I actually saw Lozon teaching from a non-sitting position the other day.
Don't know what that
I don't know
means.
what that means, yeah.
I was trying to figure that out. for a second.
But it's just nuts. I don't know. Anyway, and I really like Will Smith. I like all his movies.
up
I think
until
he's a
now.
great actor.
Yeah.
He took, and apparently the Academy, after he slapped the shit out of Chris Rock, he was asked to leave. Now there's some ambiguity
He did
around
leave,
there.
did he not?
He did not leave.
No, he didn't leave.
And
He
he
actually.
went up and
Or he
accepted
gave
his
something
award.
away.
Well,
I don't know.
this
Well, he
week
quit.
he
He quit
he
something.
resigned from the Academy, which I
That's
don't
what I'm
even
thinking of.
know what that
But he
means.
was
Yeah,
asked to
me
leave
neither.
apparently. But who asked him to leave?
Yeah,
But they
sitting in
didn't
the-
have any bodyguards to
he's
come up.
sitting in
and-
the front row, like in
Yeah.
front of all the cameras the whole time. Anyway,
And then he went up and he accepted his award. And
having said that, like everybody's done like stupid stuff where
No,
you've lost your
I
mind in
never
a
have.
moment.
Really?
like that.
Like falling in compost pits and almost dying in Costa Rica?
My point is normally we don't do those.
I never-
we
Like
all
getting red carded for punching a ref in an intramural soccer game at Waterloo?
there you go.
No one does stuff like that.
But you just don't happen to be on the world stage when you do that, right?
Not in front of millions.
And there was no social media in the 90s.
No, right?
Thank
So
God.
you're anyway.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
So
I don't know.
it's interesting.
That was there's a great
it
rap.
sure did make people talk a lot about it. I
It
can't
did,
believe
yeah.
how much that took over the
Yeah.
news.
Oh yeah,
Just from
it was even bigger than Ukraine.
like conversations in at work to like
Yeah.
major media.
There's a great rap video, a rap song called "Slap the Shit Out Ya." I forget
Great
by
rap video.
is it by Redman? I forget. It's a song. It just
You're really selling it.
I know, but I think it's
You
quite
need
funny
to cut back on the Red Bull.
where he goes, yeah, he's the lyrics are like, you want to
say
ask
Red
for
Bull.
money, and then he's like slapping people across the
Okay.
face.
Okay.
So when that came out, I
That's
took
what
the
you're
YouTube
picturing
link
in your head.
Well, I took the YouTube link and kept posting that song on
Oh.
there. Slap the shit out you.
Yeah, it was just interesting, right? Like, I mean, obviously you put people in a position of admiration and whatever, and then they do stuff and you're, oh my gosh, how could someone, I
Yeah.
thought they were perfect. And it like, look, we're all human, right?
Well, Ricky Gervais came out
He
and
was
said,
pretty perfect too.
so the problem with Jada Pinkett Smith is that she has alopecia,
Yeah.
which is your hair falls out,
Sure.
right? So it's like baldness, sort of, I guess.
But apparently
Anyway.
it's very painful.
Yeah, I don't know much about the disease, but that's why her hair was like that.
The joke was in poor taste.
Yeah,
And
no.
like
But-
most people were saying, like, how many, do you guys remember G.I. Jane?
Yes.
I remember it because I like Demi
Yes.
Moore.
Yeah.
So I saw the
She
movie,
had that
but
type of haircut.
like we're talking about, it was 40 years
90s.
ago or something
Yeah,
like
it was
that,
90s,
right? Like,
yeah.
anyway, it's
Yeah,
just
so-
a bad joke. And
But Ricky Gervais came out and said, I wouldn't have joked about her hair. I would have joked about her getting slammed by another guy. So, because apparently Jada and Will are in an open relationship.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
I don't
and
know.
she's
There's
been
some weird stuff around
and
that.
she's been sleeping with somebody else, apparently.
Nah.
Allegedly. I'm going to say allegedly so we don't
Okay.
get sued. But that's apparently what's been happening.
Huh.
So I don't know if Will Smith is being cucked. So I don't know if that had anything to do with why he got so angry and went
Apparently
up and
there
slapped.
was bad blood between them. Chris Rock has made some
Yeah.
jokes at their expense in the past.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
Anyway.
But
it was-
anyway, that's
it was
what Ricky,
building.
Who
Ricky Gervais
knows?
said. I
So-
wouldn't have joked about her hair. I would have joked about her.
Oh,
I just thought it was
With
interesting
another
to
man.
loop back. It would have been interesting to talk about that with Mr. Hollywood, but it was really nice to have him on last week. And congratulations to him because I think he literally got every single pick right.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I
So
only got one.
kudos.
I only got one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just out of luck.
Out of luck
yeah.
because I like
Yeah,
the
exactly.
actress.
Now, did you hear? First of all, isn't it cool? Mr. Hollywood does still slum it with us from time to time.
Yeah.
Because he's on a lot of the big news shows.
Absolutely.
Yes,
So I heard him with Graham Richardson
Yeah.
this past week,
Yeah.
and
I saw your comments.
Okay, I just wanted to say
Yeah.
that. I hope you guys ran your interview better than Graham Richardson because he is a horrendous interviewer at times.
Is he?
Yeah. So he brings on Mr. Hollywood, right?
So can I just bring up the fact that, like,
Oh.
as the main host of the show, you'd think that he'd listen to the only episode that he wasn't
I
on.
listened to about 3 minutes on the way here, man.
Oh my gosh.
So I got a flavor for it.
Yeah.
But anyways, so Richardson brings him on as the expert guest. Who do you think should talk more in
The
general?
guest should always
Yeah.
talk more. You ask the questions
Oh
and
my
they answer.
God, like if it was a 4-minute hit, let's say, or interview, Richardson probably talked for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Like that's not.
That's wrong.
Is that? I don't
No,
know. I don't
that's not
know. I'm not
professional.
an expert.
That is not professional.
It just seemed weird. I'm like, I just want to hear Mr. Hollywood, right?
Yes.
So, anyways,
Apparently, Mr. Richardson likes the sound of his
Oh
own voice.
God, I said a little something on the Twitter. I don't remember. Now speaking
Yes,
of
you
Twitter,
did. You
look
said
what
there
just
was-
caught my eye. See this?
What's
Wanna
Sens
describe it
game?
to the
Yeah,
Podbeanskis?
it's the arena.
That's the arena. See what all those dots
CTC?
are?
No, what's that? Well, I see them, but what are they?
The dots are seats that are sold for today's game.
That's it?
Okay. Yeah. So the comment is, "Whew, it's gonna be buzzing today, boys." So
That doesn't look like very
that
many
is,
seats.
you could cram all those dots probably into one section.
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
What time's the game?
1 o'clock.
Well,
I'm actually
that's-
going to the game.
That's
I'm planning to go.
probably one of the reasons,
Yeah.
but at the same time,
Who are
well,
they?
we should mention
Detroit.
Ugh.
that in the meantime,
Yeah.
last week, the owner of the longtime owner of the Ottawa
Oh, yeah.
Senators,
Eugene.
Eugene Melnick, passed away
Passed
from
away.
an illness.
At
Yeah.
62.
62
Very sad.
years.
Very sad, yeah.
Now, I know that he's had a rocky relationship with the fans here in Ottawa.
Yes.
And,
Yeah.
like, I saw the comments on the Twitter machine afterwards that people are already saying, "Oh, the team's going to be sold. Team's going to be sold." It's like, dudes, the body's not even cold
Yeah.
yet, and we're already talking. Like,
Yeah.
let's give it a
Regardless
agree.
of
let's give it a rest here
I
for
agree.
a bit.
I thought that was a bit premature.
Yeah.
that
regardless
conversation.
of
Totally.
you know
Yeah.
the relationship that he's had with the team and
Yeah.
or Ottawa and or fans,
Good take,
it
boys.
is unfortunate that somebody would like that's
Somebody. There was a lot of people.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
that,
just
that
saying,
was the main topic.
I'm
all
just saying
week.
that's really young. You know,
Yeah.
it's unfortunate that you know I our condolences out to his family.
Absolutely.
And,
Yeah.
and
I never want to have that. And he's got 2 daughters in their early 20s
Right.
who now
Own the Senators, I guess.
own the Ottawa Senators. Well, it depends.
like a
who
trust, I
knows?
guess,
Yeah.
or something like that.
But we don't even know any of the details yet, and people are already saying, "Oh, you know, new owner's great, LeBreton Flats arena great,"
Yeah.
which you know could all be in due time. But let's give the family some time. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. It'll
know.
happen.
it'll all work itself out in the end.
Yeah.
It'll just take some time. But yes, condolences to his family and the Ottawa Senators organization for his loss, because it is a big blow.
It's
Yeah.
a big loss, big change for sure.
Yeah, we'll see where that
He
goes.
saved the team back in 2003, essentially.
Apparently.
And
yeah.
and I covered the Sens in the
Yeah.
media back then.
Was this
and-
before or after 5D?
After
After.
5D, which we won't go.
We're not going to go into 5D. We'll save that
We'll
for
save
another.
it. I'll think about it.
We'll let the Pod Beanskis go
Yeah.
to 5D.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
Okay.
Yeah. Little tease on that. People are gonna wonder what's 5D.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I mean, back in 2003, I
I can
remember.
see Dean Googling 5D right now.
Yeah.
Good luck, Dean. You're not going to find what it is. But you can try.
You try.
You can try.
You can try. But yeah, I mean, I used to cover the Sens, so I was up in the media and all that stuff. And
Cool.
I know over the years, how you used to have a nice meal. You'd go up to the press.
Oh, yeah.
They had a room up there. It was a buffet. Really good
As
stuff.
long as you got there before Dean Brown, there'd be lots of
As
food,
long as
right?
you got there before
Yeah.
Dean Brown,
Yeah.
exactly. Well, and the cookies was Gord Wilson.
Ah,
Yeah, you had to get the cookies before Gord Wilson.
he's a bit of a cookie
Gordy,
monster, was he?
He was. So anyway, you know, they had great meals. You know, buffets.
treated you well.
Yeah, they treated
Yeah.
the press really well. And then after a number of years with Mr. Melnick,
Yeah.
that sort of went away.
Oh, that's too bad.
Where I think it's still today, you get popcorn.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
don't
some
think
free pop,
Yeah,
that's
the press
about it.
wasn't necessarily really kind to him over the
Yeah,
years.
it was probably a retaliatory move.
It
eh?
was.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
because I think the press used to actually travel with the teams.
Well, they
Like,
still
they'd be
sort
in,
of do,
They'd be in the
in a way,
planes, and then
yeah.
at some point he just kind of kicked them out
Yeah,
and
I
said like,
think it was trimmed right down to
find
just
your
the
own,
broadcasters.
Yeah.
find your own travel plans,
Well,
kind of thing.
yeah.
But
So that's probably. Well, I mean that was one of the reasons why
That's
press,
too bad,
The press
yeah.
love free food.
Yeah,
I
no
mean, I know
kidding.
I love.
Well,
you know,
who doesn't
You
love
could
free
buy
food?
them. You
Duff,
could buy them with free food.
Duff
Yeah.
missed his own show for free food.
Exactly. That's
Good point.
great.
Touche.
Great point. Yeah.
Touche.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, it got down to popcorn.
I better not win
Stale
something
popcorn.
else.
Yeah. No kidding. But yeah. So it was fun.
We're just jealous because you didn't bring
Yeah.
us to the
Oh,
Sugar
exactly.
Shack, that's
Yeah.
all.
But that speaks to the way he ran the team
Absolutely.
on a bit of a cheap.
Yeah.
But yeah, but you know what? We talk about reporters like one of the reporters was apparently friends with Melnick. How can you report on that?
Gary Hawk?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
I
going to
read
say
about
his
that.
name, but
Oh, well. There's nothing wrong with being friends with an owner, is there? You're
Well, how do
saying
you-
it would affect his impartiality?
yeah, how do you?
Yeah,
yeah.
that's true.
I think you got to maintain some type of professional relationship there, but it
Well,
happens.
even broadcasters. Don't you find some broadcasters, if they're
They're
directly, well, yes and no. Like if they're employed by
They're usually
the
employed
media
by the-
outlet that's just doing a game, they tend to be more impartial.
Yes,
I think.
yeah.
But if they're employed directly by the team, yeah, it's
Well, in
sometimes
this-
you notice it.
In this case, Dean Brown and Gordon
They're,
Wilson
they're
are employed
Senators'
by
employees,
the team,
right? Yeah.
So so I mean they're a bit of a homers for sure.
Yeah.
But what are you gonna do? It's the way it works.
What can you do?
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm okay with a bit of a homer announcing. What I used to hate the most was anytime we played the Maple Leafs, or the Habs for that matter, and you'd always get the national coverage, like game crew, which was undoubtedly a Toronto-based pairing.
Yeah.
And it was, oh my God.
Well,
Very
it used to
biased.
be Bob Cole, he's a great
Oh God.
play-by-play guy, but he didn't know the
But I
signs
swear to
because
God,
he
it would be, Heat lead at Alfredson, goal, Ottawa.
Yeah, because he didn't know the players. He didn't cover them enough.
Yeah. Toronto, oh my God. It's a goal! Toronto is now only 5-1 behind. And just like ridiculous difference in cheering. It sucked. Yeah.
Well, Don Cherry was a bit like that too, right? He was a bit of a Toronto fan.
As an analyst like him, though, who cares? That's fine. He's not really. Well,
He's
I don't
not-
know. Like,
I mean, he should be impartial, but he doesn't have to be.
Doesn't
That's
have
not
to.
his
Cherry
role.
doesn't have to be. Yeah.
doesn't
He
have
could
to.
still be like a fan of a specific team.
Yeah,
while
which he
still-
was for sure.
Yeah.
Boston and Toronto were his biggest, of course.
Why
Well,
did he
yeah.
get let go? What did he say?
He
again?
said something. He said something that was perceived to be kind of racist.
A racist slur, eh?
Against, I think,
Well, he
Europeans.
said them people.
Something against Europeans, I believe.
It was
or
no, it was
something.
because
He
of the
always
poppy.
was like that.
It was because of the poppy.
Yeah.
Right.
He was big
And
on
he
the
was
vets,
he was
yeah.
big on the vets exactly. And he said, in relation to people not wearing poppies, them people,
Oh God, right.
which
right.
was construed to be
yeah, anyone that's an immigrant.
inappropriate.
Oh,
yes.
that sucks.
And then I think he transitioned to podcasting with
He's
his
on the podcasting. You
son.
know what? He follows me on Twitter.
Is he with his son?
No way.
Yeah, follows me on Twitter. I don't know. I've never listened to his podcast.
Does he follow the our podcast?
No.
No.
Follows me though.
How many people follow us these days?
I don't know.
Like 50?
More than
50
more
some,
than 10?
something like that.
50.
I think.
59.
On Cop
Yeah.
Car Cop?
That's
Yeah.
not bad.
Yeah, I
59.
thought I checked that last
There we
week
go.
for some reason.
You know what? The last time I checked, it was way down.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a good thing I put in the warning a while ago.
Yeah.
Why?
This is,
We've fallen off the cliff here.
Oh, you
We're,
think so?
we're
Well,
off
we'll get to
the-
the list, man. What else do we have?
Well, don't you have a pick?
I got lots. Well, my pick.
maybe we'll stick to picks because we just got off the Hollywood
Okay.
thing there.
My pick has nothing to do with Hollywood. Has nothing to do with streaming. It has to do with hashtag CanMNT.
Can MNT.
Yeah. What a ride, eh? DDT.
Oh,
You're a big
Can
soccer
MNT.
fan?
Yes. Canadian national men's team.
Yeah. My pick of the week is Canada's men's national soccer team.
Yeah.
And how John Herdman has taken a non-footballing nation like Canada and made us into a World Cup contender.
I disagree when you say non-footballing nation.
We're a non-footballing nation.
It has changed in the 40 years since we've been in the World Cup.
Not much, dude.
No, it has, because a lot of people, I mean, we're talking about how Don Cherry and immigration. Mm-hmm. A lot of people.
Well, obviously it's changed, but you know what? I still say, and I
soccer is
I'm
going
not a
cra-
f-
look.
I-
You look
like,
at
yeah.
TFC
I
and
love soccer, don't
Montreal
get me wrong.
Impact and all
Yeah,
those teams.
yeah.
They draw the fans, man.
they draw some fans. sure.
There's like passionate TFC fans.
I still
and
see it
stuff.
as a kids' game in this country, though. This is going to change it even more. It
Oh,
has
yeah.
changed.
Yeah. Well, it's changed with the
obviously.
women's team winning the Olympics.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are the number one women's soccer nation on the planet.
Yeah.
Who would have ever thought that? Right?
Exactly.
And now we've got a team that's in the World Cup, bizarrely ranked 33rd.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yet there's 32 teams in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah. I laugh at
Who's
that.
the 32nd?
Well, I don't know. I
Montreal
want to
Canadians.
No.
Like
That's NHL, exactly.
like in my humble
They're at the
opinion,
bottom of every league.
yeah. And against your ancestry there, DDT, Italy's not in the World Cup.
Maybe Italy's
So if
32nd.
Italy has some fake ranking within the top 32, that doesn't compute with me because they're not in the World Cup.
How does Italy win the
Yeah.
European Championship?
I know.
And then get destroyed by North
What a story,
Macedonia?
eh? What a story.
And
Because they didn't play to win that game.
Like, what the heck?
You can't assume you're going to tie a weak nation.
Oh my God!
They
Typical Italians.
They lost.
Hey, we were just talking about this
Typical
before the
Italians.
podcast
Yeah.
about hockey, right?
Yeah.
Where,
Yeah.
Gotta
where
play the game.
Your daughter's team, DDT, when they're playing lesser teams, you tend to
they-
kind of play.
Yeah,
You
play
you
down.
sometimes
They've been
play
playing down.
down
Oh, they've
instead
been
of
playing
just
down, yeah.
Yeah.
let's
We're gonna
focus
get-
on our game and win, right?
When we go
So-
to
Yeah.
provincials next week. We're probably going to lose just because the teams that we've been playing recently have been poor.
But see, you won't have the
So we won't-
opportunity to play down because every team you play will be up.
Yeah, but the thing is,
So
you get
you'll-
into this rut of not playing very well.
Yeah, well,
right?
I think you'll
good
either
that you're-
elevate or
It's good that you're really
I'm
positive
confident.
about
Yeah, I'm
that.
really positive.
yeah, jeez, eh?
Well, I would have been more positive if they had not been playing this way. I mean, we were what? My daughter's team was 15-1
Yeah,
and 2.
yeah.
Throughout the season.
You're in between divisions, as JB likes to
Yeah.
say.
So congratulations to Canada.
Thank you,
because
JB.
that
Bringing
is
us back.
Bringing
that
us
is
back.
very, very exciting. I mean, I'm looking forward to the World Cup. I don't follow a lot of football / soccer that much, but that's going to be really exciting.
Super fun.
So here's the thing: Duff's going on about how great the team was.
Yeah.
And I haven't really watched the game, but
I didn't miss a minute. I watched 14 qualification games
Yeah.
in
That's
the last
impressive.
year.
Yeah. So then finally.
Some of them were at friggin' 9 at night and stuff too,
Yeah.
which sucked.
So
yeah.
then finally I tune in.
yeah.
Costa Rica.
Oh, to the loss.
Costa Rica versus Canada.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we had
And then they lose.
clinch. No, we didn't clinch. That
So
that
what
was
does
a
that-
bad
we did
loss.
What does that
Yeah.
tell you, Mr. Negative?
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe
I'm-
you shouldn't be watching.
They
Stay
were
away
too
from the tube.
Well, they were too emotional
Yeah.
in that game.
Yeah.
And they were too hyped up.
Yeah.
And so they got a guy sent off.
That's a good description of you today.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
A little
hyped up.
emotional and hyped
Yeah,
up.
that's
Yeah.
true. And they got a guy sent off on
Yeah.
a red card.
Yeah. It
You know,
sucked.
and-
they lost 1-0 down a man, but
Yeah.
they actually dominated possession in the game.
I can
with
say
down
that
a
they
man.
sort of did, yes.
Yeah, which was impressive on its own, but a loss is
It was
still a loss.
It was better
Yeah.
after losing the guy
Yeah.
than before because they looked.
But you know what? Everything
Disorganized.
adds up.
Unorganized?
And Herdman is a hell of a coach. Like, that is not going to be lost, that game.
Yeah.
That will be a constant reminder of how you have to stay focused and don't take a selfish penalty.
Right.
Because
Exactly.
you do that against anyone, you're going to lose
Yeah.
at this level now.
So
right?
the next game was against Jamaica. Of course, I didn't tune in.
Yeah,
And they
yeah.
won 4-0.
It could have been 9-0.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
And then-
demolished them. And that put us in the World Cup.
Right.
Yeah.
And then to get a better pot,
Yes.
they played against Panama.
Down in Panama.
Exactly. My
Yeah.
favorite country in the world.
Yeah, that's where you're retiring to,
Yeah,
eh?
exactly.
Yeah.
And so, I had a little bit of interest in going for Panama.
Yeah,
but of
yeah.
course, anyway, I tune in
Yeah.
and they lose 1-0 again.
Yeah. It was the make the World Cup hangover, I think. Like, it was one of those
Yeah. I was
kind of
disappointed.
meaningless games. Well, you know what? At the end of the day, the pots, whatever. I've talked to a lot of people, and it's totally split. Some people think we're in a tough pool now. Some people think it's an easy pool. Some people think we avoided tougher pools.
Well,
whatever.
Belgium is number 2 in the
Sure
world.
they are. And
They've just got
Croatia's a
beat out
good
by.
team,
They
too.
were number 1 until
Yeah.
recently, where
Yeah.
Brazil
Yeah.
notched them down to number 2.
Yeah. Isn't it funny, though, how we go from just dying to make the World Cup to all of a sudden, now that we're in, oh, wow, now we're like analyzing everything, and
Yeah.
it's doomsday, or it's this, it's that. It's like, you know what?
I don't think it was quite the group of death, though.
Here's something I thought of. One of Duff's new original thoughts, okay? Soccer analyst.
Do we need
Are you
a
laughing?
sound effect for that?
No
Duff's
kidding.
original
I
thought.
almost spit my
okay?
coffee out. I should have taken a drink.
So
at
look,
that point.
and FIFA's good at this stupid ranking, right? Everyone's up and down based on friendlies, whatever. We've had a year of qualification, and I believe some countries are trending up, some countries are trending down. The fact that the World Cup is now being delayed big time, usually it's in June, right?
Yeah.
So we're bumping it to November.
Only because it's
that's
in
going to
Qatar.
play. That's going to well, sure, but for whatever reason, that's going to benefit some clubs and disadvantage some clubs.
Yeah.
Clubs that are young and only getting better, you think that'll help them or hurt them?
Well, help them. I
Help
think.
them.
Yeah.
And the old farts like Croatia, which have 4 octogenarians on their back line, right? They are not going to be able to keep up
Is
with
Modric-
Davies and David and Laren. Like, they're going to be.
Yeah, but is Modric still playing?
Get a sound effect for this. I'm calling it right now. Canada beats Croatia, which will be a huge upset.
Okay, you
right?
heard it on
Yeah.
what day is
I think Canada beats Croatia, and that puts us into the next round. Belgium, like you say, is a top-class country. Maybe we pull off a draw, maybe not. We probably won't beat Belgium. I hate saying that.
Yeah.
Morocco, if we play like we can
Morocco,
play,
we
we
can
should tie or beat them.
Yeah.
Guaranteed, even if their ranking is higher, which it probably is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
31.
Anything can
Yeah.
happen, though, right? So-
Anything can happen, right?
But speaking of an opening for
Yeah.
that, I was just thinking like it could be something like, He doesn't have them very often.
Oh,
but here
Jesus.
is Duff's original thought.
That's awesome. I'll take that. I'll take that.
That's
You're gonna have to dig that one up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But back just to wrap up the World Cup thing,
Okay.
and Duff's pick and everything. Yeah, like we've got months to go now. So I think some countries will just keep getting that little much better. And I think that's going to help Canada. Whereas Belgium, they're not going to get any better. They'll either stay the same or get worse. But a country like Croatia, which does have apparently like an old bunch of defenders, they're not going to get any better either.
My
right?
question is, will Alfonso Davies be back?
He'll be back. He will
so?
be, I guarantee it.
Because if he's back, then
Ultimately, it's his call. Right now, he's taking the advice of the doctors and the club in Europe and everything. Nobody, like the club in Europe, did not want him playing for Canada for sure, till they figured out the heart.
yeah.
But the World Cup, 3 games, come on.
Well, it's a good thing it's not
He's
in
gonna
June,
play.
and it is.
Yeah,
in
it's even
November.
more time. Yeah, again, advantage Canada, more time for him to recuperate, whatever. No, I can't wait. I can't wait.
The reason why they're playing it then is because it's in Qatar.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
And they can't play in 45-degree heat in the summer.
No. Although we made Jamaica and Mexico play in minus
10.
30.
Yeah. I mean, no wonder we're in the World Cup.
Classic.
They can't
Classic.
play.
I absolutely love those games.
Yeah.
I actually did look that up the other day, and
Yeah.
I think the weather at that time of year in Qatar is like 20, 21, 22.
In November.
In November.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's really reasonable.
Real good
Perfect
soccer
weather.
weather.
Perfect
yeah.
weather.
Football.
Why give it to Qatar in the first place, though? That is it money? Is it just they
Oh,
bought it?
probably.
Like Qatar.
Probably.
Come on.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
think it's been played in the Middle East. I don't remember it being played in the Middle East at all.
I'm fine with that.
Well, it's the World Cup. It has to be everywhere, right?
I guess.
But yeah, money definitely. How
Yeah.
rich is Qatar?
So do you know where the next World Cup is?
It's in North America, is it not?
Correct.
Is it not kind of partially Canada? Partially
Canada, Mexico, USA.
Yeah.
We will have games potentially in our hometown.
Now we're not playing this in the middle of winter,
2026.
are we?
I think we should. Home field advantage.
I don't think they'd be playing in Ottawa.
You know
would
what?
they?
If we're
Not
playing
in Ottawa,
hey,
but like they play in Edmonton, which
No,
is
but
even
he
worse.
said in our hometown. Yeah, I don't.
no, we
think,
might get a game.
You think so?
Seriously, we might as the nation's
It is the
capital.
capital,
They
yeah.
friggin' play in Edmonton.
So here's the deal. What's
Maybe
fair
they'll
is
build
fair.
a field on Capitol on
there you
Capitol
go.
Hill,
Capitol
on
Hill.
Parliament Hill.
Parliament Hill.
If they're playing in November in Qatar, why not November in Edmonton?
Oh gosh,
That's what we did in the qualification.
I know.
talk
we
about
did.
an advantage.
Yeah.
Then they played in Toronto a few weeks ago.
There was
and
this
it
great
freezing.
meme. You guys have all seen Cool Runnings when John Candy takes the Jamaican
Yeah.
bobsledders.
Great movie.
There's a scene where they step out of the airport into like wintry Toronto or wherever it is,
Yeah.
and the sledders just they can't bring themselves to get outside in the cold. Right? It's so crazy. They paralleled it with the Jamaican soccer team. It was so funny. You got to
I can
feel
imagine
for them.
that.
Like
Oh, for
it's-
sure.
But there's so much of that gamesmanship in soccer. Like as much as it sucks, it's funny when it's to an advantage as well.
Oh, I
right?
hate playing in the cold.
I never enjoyed playing soccer in the cold either.
Yeah, I like playing in the rain, but I never liked playing in the cold.
I played a ton in the cold too.
Your
Our
hands
high
get
school
cold.
season was always like October, November.
Yeah, and then you get hit by the ball on
brutal.
the bare part of your leg, and
Yeah.
it's like frozen ball.
Yeah, or you fall. Like you fall on bumpy, frozen ground.
Yeah, that hurts. Yeah.
Yeah. Anywho,
Well, that's
Duff's pick. Do we
Duff's
have
pick.
a Lanark
We
pick?
have a Lanark pick. Maybe an
Oh.
emotional Lanark pick.
we have a Lanark pick. Can we
Emotional.
pick this up at the
Emotional.
convenience store in Lanark?
Speaking of big things in the news this week,
Uh-oh.
Big things.
What's been in the news in Lanark?
no, just and well, like we're talking, Lanark picks are usually older picks,
Old picks.
that have a lot of emotional kind of memories for us.
Detachments.
Old movies and stuff like that. You know, I think one previous Lanark pick might have been Die Hard a while back, and so my Lanark pick for this week is a bit of a newer-ish older movie, but it's called The Fifth Element.
Oh yeah,
With,
that's Bruce Willis.
with
isn't it?
Mr. Bruce Willis and Mila Jovovich.
Jovovich.
And this
Jovovich.
week in the news, they announced, Bruce
remake?
Willis's daughter announced that he will no longer be acting.
Oh, yes.
right.
He was
right.
diagnosed with aphasia. So I
What's
figured,
aphasia?
I believe it is a cognitive or
Can we get a fact check on this, please?
Fact check. Fact check.
Mr. Fact
Yes,
Checker.
we'll do fact check while
He's
I'm
got to
doing
fact
that.
check his own facts.
1997
I
is
would assume
Fifth
he's already
Element.
done that.
Yeah.
Fantastic, one of my favorite science
didn't-
fiction movies.
He obviously didn't fact check his own fact
Yeah.
because he didn't know
That's strange.
what aphasia was.
Well, I do. It's essentially it's a
No,
speech
I want the-
brain
I
impediment.
want
I
the
think.
exact definition.
Okay.
Aphasia is a condition that affects language and communication. It results from the damage to areas of the brain that are important for these skills. Things like head injuries, stroke, tumor can all cause aphasia.
Fact check.
People with aphasia can have trouble speaking, reading, or understanding others, which is a major problem if you're an actor.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's too bad then.
So Lanark pick, fantastic movie with Bruce Willis, is The Fifth Element.
What year was that again?
1997.
97. Not going back as far as
No.
normal, but
But hey,
Appropriate.
if you're in the Blockbuster in Lanark, just I'm sure you can find lots of movies with
Or
Mr.
Eugene,
Willis.
Oregon.
is there a Blockbuster in Lanark?
No,
It's
but
probably,
Wouldn't that be at a convenience
go
store?
to the corner store.
probably a store.
Corner store, rent your VHS or DVD.
Yeah.
So you're calling it The Fifth Element?
The Fifth Element.
I'm just checking YouTube.
When
That's
was that?
so old,
When
it's
did we-
probably
when,
on
when-
YouTube.
When was that fact check? I didn't write it down.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, I'll say about 44 minutes.
Yeah, look at that.
It's a great movie though. I've seen it many times and it's never gets old. And I'm sad to say that we're never going to get the long-awaited sequel of that one.
Looks a bit like Star Trek, eh?
It is
Some
a
of the
mix of a whole
characters.
bunch of
Yeah.
different styles. Really funny.
The Fifth Element.
Never seen that?
The Diva Dance song.
You're gonna have to go rent that.
I may have watched it back then. That's the thing.
Are you going to be
If
out
it's
in
a
Lanark?
Lanark pick, it's probably not that memorable, so it's
Are you
hard
going
to
to be
say
out
if
in
I saw it.
Lanark today?
I will not be in Lanark today. Hoping to get out there this week at some point.
Maybe you can drop by and
Yeah.
pick it up while you're there.
Yeah. There's no doubt they have a video store in Lanark. When we take the show on the road,
To Lanark?
we've got to just check out what they have there and get some data for future jokes.
I don't
Yeah.
think there's really a capital of Lanark, is there?
Perth is the county seat of Lanark County.
Oh, is it really?
Like
we
every
should do
county has a jailhouse.
Yeah.
Or a
Perth would
court.
be it?
Sorry, a court.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think Perth would be the seat of Lanark County.
Okay.
Believe it or not.
We should do a podcast from an outdoor location at one of the seven wonders or 5 wonders of Lanark.
I am
Shack.
totally pushing you guys to
Sugar
take
Shack.
this up a notch. Yeah. With real guests, real locations.
Mr. Hollywood's a real guest,
It is possible.
What do you call him, Mr. Hollywood?
not a real guest.
It's not very nice.
I think
when
we
you
should
get
apologize.
when you get the same guest back 3 times
Yeah, that's
instead
'cause-
of branching out and getting someone
That's
else for
just-
the first time.
He's the only one that's nice enough to come on our
yeah,
show.
nobody else wants
God,
to.
I don't think
here.
we've tried hard enough.
Well, that's some.
Have you asked anyone else?
Yeah.
No. Who? Who have you asked
Mo.
that have said no?
Well,
Yeah.
he said yes, but
Then
we just never got
why,
around to
why
doing
no
it.
follow up? Yeah.
Because we're just things we should
Don't
do, but
say
don't.
we. You.
Things I should do, but don't.
Yeah.
There,
things
I'll
that
take
you
full
should do, but
responsibility.
don't. Exactly. JB, who do you got lined up?
I don't have anybody lined up,
Just
but
what I thought.
I am looking into a few things actually.
Good. Me too. I've got 2 people lined up. I've got Lozon to come on to talk about UFOs.
Okay.
We talked about that and other strange things that he just can't explain.
Yeah.
And Hazer
Hazer.
is going to come on someday and talk about life in the 50s and sports celebrities and God knows what else.
How old is Hazer?
Oh, he's got to be in his 90s.
Okay. I was wondering. He said life in the 50s.
No, he's not 90.
Oh.
He's maybe 60. I think he retired recently.
Oh, okay.
Jeez.
Yeah.
All right. Jeez.
That's the guy that left the shovel in the
Oh,
storage
right.
room.
Yeah. Insult the guy. You think he's going to want to come on the show after that?
He probably doesn't listen past 10 minutes anymore.
Oh, that's true.
Probably
We got to get my brother on.
has a
and-
nap. Probably has his nap kick in.
Yeah. You get my brother on and come
He'd
ask
be
him
a
where
good host.
ask him where he got
Guest.
guest. Ask him where he came up with injurious.
Yeah. Has he moved out to Calgary yet?
Not yet.
But that's the plan, eh?
That is the plan.
Just gonna live in a van in Calgary, eh?
Down by the river.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Calgary. Nice town.
I actually thought home prices were through the roof in basically every Canadian city, but I had a look around the other day and they're not actually through the roof in Calgary.
Oh no.
It's probably of the major cities in Canada, it's probably one of the most affordable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna
Yeah,
be.
surprisingly, eh? Now, possibly because of the downturn in the oil sector, might have had people leaving, so just more supply.
Apparently, he's
right.
gonna be renting though.
Well, I think you'll have lots of options. Like if your average home price in Ottawa is now 700 or 800,000, in Calgary it was still only like 5 or something.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like considerably less.
Wow, that is.
Now, do you know which Canadian city do you think has the best home value? Now, I'm talking more than 100,000 people.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Surprised me a little bit.
That's a lot of Canadian cities.
Yeah, so which one has the best home value? Like way better than Calgary even.
I'm going to
guesses?
say Wawa.
Yeah,
Saskatoon.
there's 100,000 geese in Wawa, but not people. No, 100,000 people. 100,000.
Saskatoon.
Regina.
How'd you nail that? You're bang on, buddy.
Really?
Yeah.
Saskatoon.
It's either Saskatoon or Regina. I think it's Saskatoon.
Well, I was just thinking
Yeah.
the prairies.
The prairies, yeah. So it's just, everything's up, right? It's up, but it's instead of being up 30% year on year,
Yeah.
like Ottawa, Vancouver's
Toronto.
the worst actually, right?
Yeah.
Toronto. Saskatoon, I think, is up, 12, 15% year on year, which is still amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But it puts
Still
their
more reasonable.
average home price around 300,000 or 400,000, I think.
Wow, that's
Which blows the mind.
But who wants to live in the middle of the...
Why not?
prairies
So
like
this is what I think people
I
need
don't
to
think I would.
start thinking about. No, you do. Like if anyone wants to really capitalize on home value and transition to retirement or whatever, you can't just sell here and move here or
No.
sell here and move Toronto. Like
No.
you need to sell and move somewhere like that. Now,
Yeah.
it's a major city. It's got all the amenities you're used to here.
Yeah.
But you sell your home for 800,000 and buy a home there, the same thing for 300,000. You've actually realized your
Yeah.
growth.
True.
But it is Saskatchewan, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah.
You'd have
it's a beautiful part of the country, but I mean,
Yeah.
in my mind, I think
It's not a
I
retirement
think ocean,
destination.
I think
Yeah.
mountains
exactly.
and hiking.
I think-
yeah,
I think
you know,
Panama.
like
Yeah.
Where you can take the same 800,000
true.
and buy something for 125,000.
That's true.
By the ocean.
Yeah, if you're okay with a different country, right?
Yeah.
But again, it is a beautiful part of the country.
Yeah.
Great people.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
You're right, though. I'm picturing skiing and beaches
Mm-hmm.
as well,
Yeah.
which they would have in northern Saskatchewan, but not quite the
Skiing
same.
and beaches?
Yeah, like cross-country skiing.
Not at the
and-
same time.
Yeah, not at the
No.
same time.
No.
Unless it's California.
Yeah.
Right? Whatever.
Yeah, well, that's another place where
Yeah,
home
ski.
prices are...
Yeah.
Or Vancouver, even.
Well, Vancouver.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where you can...
But oh my God, the average home price in Vancouver now is 1.1 million or
Yeah,
something.
it's
Average. Like
not
just
affordable.
No. Who's living there, eh?
So we're at 51 and a half minutes.
What happened? Thanks. You're supposed to give us
Seriously?
a warning at 40.
Oh, I was, eh?
Yeah.
You're fired.
Sorry about that.
45 minutes is what we're aiming for these
Yes.
days. I didn't even get to my recipe.
It
again,
doesn't
boys.
matter because my brother doesn't listen past 30 anyway.
Okay. My recipes matter.
Well, we'll get to next
He
week.
needs to take longer walks. We've talked about this
Yes,
already.
we did. Yeah.
I don't get to say the recipe of the week.
What is?
Well, just quickly.
absolutely. Just
Hurry
do
up.
it. Just don't
Okay.
read all the ingredients like last
no,
time.
just from memory. Here we go. So this will be a fun thing to try because I might be wrong, and then you might make something slightly off. My mulligatawny soup, which I think I've already shared with you guys before.
Yes.
Easiest thing to make. Okay. Your soup base has your carrots, onions, and celery,
Yeah.
all chopped up, about a cup each.
Yeah.
You throw it into a quarter cup of butter. You saute it, stir it around, quarter cup of butter.
Yeah.
Mirepoix, by the way.
I don't know what that
Mirepoix.
means.
Mirepoix is
cooking style?
carrots, onions, and celery.
Yeah, it's a perfect.
That
base,
is
right?
typical French cooking right there.
It's a base. Yeah, that's a base for a lot of recipes,
Yes.
but they call it mirepoix.
Mirepoix, yes.
So when this recipe takes way longer to do than it should, it's because of you guys adding all this detail.
we're at 53
next major
minutes.
ingredient is a couple of scoops of a nice curry. I bought this Jamaican style curry spice. Fantastic.
Yeah.
A couple of scoops of that. Stir it around, mirepoix style, whatever.
Mirepoix.
You cook the curry. Do you actually know you can't just sprinkle curry on something uncooked?
No,
cook it?
it blossoms as
Yeah.
you cook it more.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it feels grainy.
And it can give you a real bad case of the shits too.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, you have to cook curry. That's just a warning for the listener.
Warning for
Cook your curry.
Cook your curry.
So you literally cook it for 5 minutes. Then you add your soup base.
I would explain a
Okay.
lot after I eat curry.
Lots of soup base. And then I think the recipe calls for 1 nice chicken breast, like in proportion with all the ingredients. I double it up. Lots of chicken.
So you just put like a whole chicken breast in there? And
Well, I
everybody kinda
actually,
picks
so
that,
this
or
is
you
the
cut it up?
variety. No, I actually cook my chicken independently as well.
You brown it a little bit, give it a
I
little
pretty
bit of
much
life.
cook it thoroughly to the side and all chopped up, cubed, thin, or sliced, whatever. Nice and thin. That goes into the pot. And then that's you know what? That's pretty much it. Like it's really not hard. I think I add a bunch of pepper because in theory, do you guys know what mulligatawny means?
Nope.
It's called pepper water.
Uh-huh.
That's what mulligatawny means, pepper water. So add a little pepper and you're good to go. Let that just simmer around for a bit.
Can we
Talk
get a
about
fact check
simple-
on that?
Yeah, you could fact check it. I'm sure there's more complicated versions.
Fact check. Fact check.
Or you mean fact check the definition?
Never mind.
No, you should. Yeah, I
Okay.
think that's what it means.
Because we're like running way
Doesn't
past.
mulligatawny mean that you get like another shot at golf?
That's no, that's a mulligan.
Mulligaduff.
Mulligan.
A
Mulligaduff.
mulligan.
Mulligan.
Carrots,
or you
onions,
duff it.
celery, chicken, curry, and your base and butter.
I have not
Boom.
made that. I've made minestrone soup quite a few times, but
Yeah.
I'll have to try it.
Is it
'cause
I don't think you can fact check mulligatawny because how do you spell that?
Yeah, you'd have to learn how to spell
Yeah.
it. Eh?
the name originates from the Tamil words miligai or miligu and tawny, literally pepper water.
Ah,
There you
pepper
go.
water, DDT.
So you did fact check it. I'm gonna
Sounds
put that in.
delicious. Big kids, do you want a big bowl of pepper,
Pepper
water? Speaking of which,
And
does the
curry.
family like that one?
They love it. They actually eat it. Yeah. Yeah.
So place of origin is India. Hot,
Yeah.
often served with rice.
Oh my God, sorry. Rice.
You forgot the rice.
Yeah. No, you
Your
want
sticky
to
rice.
But that's a funny thing. You can stop there, which I've done before, or cook a nice cup of rice again.
Yeah.
I pre-cook it so you don't lose all the juice of the soup, and then you add that after the fact. Boom. Really
Nice.
good.
I find that for those kinds of meals, like let's say you're making a jambalaya
Yeah.
or whatever the case may be, I find chicken thighs kind of
Okay.
offer the best taste for that.
And best value probably too, eh?
Yeah,
A little cheaper.
but it's like you get a bit more flavor from the chicken.
Chicken thighs for like a mulligatawny soup.
Yeah,
I mean,
like you fry them up in the pan
Yeah,
first to,
I'm gonna have to try that.
brown them and stuff.
Yeah.
But they chicken thighs are awesome for that kind of stuff.
Well, when I do my mean chicken tikka masala, which could be a future recipe, it is chicken thighs, 100%.
Oh, for sure.
Slow cooked all day.
You get way more flavor.
100%. The family's not as big a fan of that one, though. I don't know why. It's a little more Indian style. Fantastic, though, eh? Great meal.
Yeah. Well, there we have it.
You're in a rush still, eh,
Well,
DDT?
you know, I'm looking at the time here.
I'm good. I thought that was...
and we're at 57
yeah.
minutes.
I think-
and
Really? I think
after we just
Yeah,
talked about it,
no,
we should keep the podcast
that was
to
a-
45.
I was actually kidding at the beginning when I
Yeah.
said, "Oh, we got to hit the 60-minute mark."
and we're gonna pretty much hit it.
No, that was a good 2-star episode.
And once I put in the
Once you
openings
put
and
in
stuff,
Yeah.
all the
All the-
beautiful sound effects.
exactly.
You do a lot of work
We're gonna
there.
get
Thank
up to
you.
the
Did you
60
say he
minutes.
do?
I do.
You do.
I
You
do.
do a lot of work.
I do.
You do a lot.
Yeah.
A couple times a day.
So good luck to my son in his hockey tournament later
Yeah.
today.
Good
Good
luck.
luck to your
My
daughter,
daughter, Sam,
Yeah.
in her hockey tournament.
Oh,
Same here today.
I'm going to be away next weekend, just to the good listeners. So, because I got to go to the provincials,
Correct.
So,
So
I
are
don't
we
know,
squeezing in an episode somehow?
we're going to have to try to squeeze it in before I leave, or
Or you bring all your gear.
well, I'll have my gear.
We could
I
potentially...
could record something
we
remotely.
could call in. We
yeah,
could
you
call
guys
in.
could call in,
Okay.
and we could do it from that.
Because if JB and I
you
are
two
left
get
to our
together.
own devices, it's like going on this phone straight up.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
And then we send
which
it-
is fine.
which could
Which
work.
could work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. Well, we'll figure it out during the week.
Yeah, we can throw you under the bus like you did to me.
Oh, we were
Yeah.
good to you.
Yeah, we were.
I'll have to listen someday.
Let's
Not.
wrap it up.
Yeah, I think the worst part of the episode last week was that we said that you should have raffled off those
Yeah, that was the worst.
Maple Shack tickets, Sugar Shack tickets to your students.
Yeah, let's say, give us the words, Duff.
Cop car coffee. Oh my God, JB, you just kept talking and talking there. You didn't even see us do this. Like the old
The
cut.
old cut.
Well, no, I thought you were just kind of, I thought you were dancing there.
Oh, yeah.
With your hand.
Oh, man, I'm exhausted.
Is that what that was? Yeah.
Oh,
We should
jeez.
try to do one next week somehow.
Thanks a lot. I'm like in a hurry here, and
Yeah.
you guys want to keep talking.
Well, that's why we did it. You know. just
Yeah,
kept
usually
getting
that's
going.
you.
But at least you finally calmed down as the episode was moving along.
Yeah.
You were really excited at the beginning.
Yeah.